Hey guys, it's Lori here at Lore Stitches on Flosstube and also at Lore Stitches over on Instagram. We are here today for Flosstube number 20, I think. I think it's 20, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I will check and make sure that's right, but I'm pretty sure it's Flosstube number 20. So if you are a returning viewer, thanks for coming back and watching. I really appreciate you sticking around, and I hope you find something that you like. And if you're brand new here, this is my Flosstube channel where I talk about cross stitch and my goals and challenges and all of that. So I hope you find something that you like and that you stick around too. First, let's talk about WIPGO. For those of you who don't know, WIPGO is a game that is similar to Bingo that Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff created on her Flosstube channel. And I've been watching her for years and years and years. And she made a Facebook group, and she has been doing that there. And I have been there the whole time the Facebook group's been going. And I don't post on there very much, but I still follow WIPGO every year, and I have my own board that I created on a chalkboard. Miss Eva is here to say hi. She's getting so big. She's gonna be 16 weeks old next week. Sweet. She's Miss Adventurous. You'll probably hear her in the background, and I'm sure she'll get in the way here and tip something over and whatever. Anyway, so I have been playing that game. In January, numbers 9 and 22 were called, and I was able to complete those in January, and I posted pictures of those in my last video of my goals completed. This month, for February, numbers 3 and 24 were called. So, number 3 is Away We Ride, and this is what Away We Ride looks like. It's by Blackbird Designs. And then let me show you a picture of where I was last time. And this is where we are currently. This is 28 count Lugana Legacy from Picture This Plus. And as you can see, my goal was to do the 2 ravens and all of the stuff above it. And I have continued down these 2 borders over here as well. So that was my goal, was to complete this corner here. But like I said, I did some of this extra as well. So I really love this piece and how it's turning out. And I love stitching on it. So I'm sure for next year I'll do some of this and kind of complete across the top here, but that's next year's problem, so not today. So this one gets to be put in my finished cross stitch goals bin for the year, and then if it's called for some sort of a challenge or something, I can whip it back out and stitch on it as well. My second one, so number 24, is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And this one I have done a block each year for the last 2 years. And so my goal again this year is to do another block. So I'm freaked out about that because that is a lot of stitching for me to do. And I underestimate how much stitching it actually is. And then I usually can't complete it in the month that it's called. However, I decided that those of you who have been here before know that my friend Brandy and I did a daily 30 for the month of January. And I did Santa's Sleigh by Nora Corbett for the month of January, and I'm going to show you my progress on that because January's over now, so it's done. But I did pick Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow for my February daily 30. So that is really helping me bust out some stitches on this. So let me tell you how many stitches I have so far on this piece. Hi, sweetie. How are you? So I don't have a before picture to show for this because I had no blocks started. So I just have the 2 blocks. And so my starting for this was just the block right beside it. So nothing to show you. So let me now show you where I am on this piece. I have completed 1,708 stitches in the month of February for a daily 30. And sometimes I go longer than 30 on it because I just get into it and go. This is the block with the Headless Horseman. I will try to insert a picture here of what it looks like when it's finished. And this is where I'm at so far. So I started right down here in this corner with the black, and I just went all the way up this side across here, and then I started filling in some of this stuff, and then I was able to fill in some of this. So I'm working on the yellow moon behind the bats and the black on the tree over here. So 1,708 stitches so far in February, and today is February 9th, so I may in fact get this block done this month. I am super excited about this. So there's this rest of this tree here, and then there's like a hill, and there's some words, and then the Headless Horseman holding his pumpkin and on the horse. So there's still a lot to go, but knowing that I have the two sides completely done and this side started makes me happy. It feels like I've got sort of an outline to go. So I'm really hoping I can continue on this for this month and knock this one out, because that would be a huge kind of a finish for me this year. So not finish, but a finish because I finished the block. So anyway, so this is what I'm working on for my daily 30 this month. You can see some of my other blocks here on this side. And if you have questions about my Needleminder or my fabric, it'll all be in the description box below. Now, let me show you where I was last time on my daily 30 for January. And this is Nora Corbett's Santa's Sleigh. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. And here is what it looks like now. So I feel like I actually did a huge amount on this piece, and my goal for this year is to finish this. A lot of the spaces and stuff in the sleigh are Krynic or beads, but I still do have quite a bit to do here in the sleigh part. But right here in this red that's coming up the side, this is the edge. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good here on what I've got done so far. So I'm pretty excited about that. So this one will go back in my to be worked on because it has not been called yet for WIPGO goal. So it will still be brought out this year, and my goal is to finish it. So I'm really excited at how much I got done on that. Alrighty. So let me kind of set this stuff off to the side here. I do have one little tiny bit of haul, and that is my fabric of the month for the Stitch Me. It is called Dusty Cottage, and it's a really good neutral color here. That's not showing up really true to form. It's got a little bit more creaminess to it. I don't know if that's a good description or not, but it's kind of a brownish color, so really good neutral. But anyway, that's all the haul that I have. But the biggest part of this video is that I want to tell you about my 50 before 50, because I did write up a huge list of the things that I want to start this year. Now, let me tell you too that I've left some blanks, because there will inevitably be somebody who releases things throughout the year that I will be like, I have to start that right now. So I have left blanks in my 50 before 50 to add those in as I'd like. Some of these aren't even close to being worked on yet, but some of them I do have kitted up. So my 49th birthday is this month. It's later in the month, in a couple of weeks. And I want to start 50 designs before I turn 50. In last video, I said something like, oh, that's like 2.5 a month. That's not a big deal. Where is your math, Lore? I don't even know, because that's like more than 4 a month. So I was not mathing that day. Maybe I was doing crafter math. I don't even know. But I now have my list of 50 before 50, and I'm going to have to starting things. I have so much stuff that it's not even funny, and I have way more than 50 designs in hand to start, but I have left, like I said, about 13 or 14 spots free, so I will be starting on those. I am going to show you the designs that I have to start on, and some of them are PDF patterns. I have a Dropbox where I save them to, and then I can see them on my phone, my iPad, and my computer. So, number 1 is Casting a Spell by Blackbird Designs. I don't have this box, but I think that they sell it somewhere. I have to look in the design to see. But it's really like a bunch of little designs in there. So I want to start this one. I just have the pattern in this bag. This is a bag from Pinky Promises on Etsy. And I will eventually add all of that information to the Dropbox below. Like I do when I talk about my whips. I have them all saved. So Casting a Spell by Blackbird Designs will be number 1. Not number 1 in the order that I start in, just one of the ones that I'm picking. My next one is Joan Elliott, and it is in the Bewitching Cross Stitch book, and it is actually this design right here on the cover called Crescent Moon Dragon. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So I haven't picked out fabric for this one yet. I don't have the threads pulled for either of those. Then my next one will be Mirabilia Snow Queen. And I do have this fabric from Fabric Flare or Stitchery Express. Some of you may have seen this before because I think a lot of people have done it on this fabric. I just love this scene, so I'm going to stitch it on that. Several people have done it on this fabric. I want to say Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World has done it like that, I think. Yeah, so that's my fabric, but I have not pulled any threads yet for that. Next one is Bella Filipina, and it is Gaia the Earth Goddess, if I'm saying that correctly. I have pulled all of these threads, and I think, yeah, I have like sort of a pinky gray colored design that I was going to do her on, or fabric. That's what I have picked so far. We shall see if I change my mind beforehand. Okay. The next design is Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. I have all the threads pulled for this, and I have a Oaken Lugana fabric by Picture This Plus that I'm going to do it on. Oaken by Picture This Plus. And then I have Haunted Gathering by Glendon Place. And I'm going to do this on a purple fabric by Bestitch Me called Gorgeous Grape. This pattern has some hand-dyed threads by a company called Jar Designs, Jar Designs, floss. And I can't see that they sell directly to the public. Does anybody know where you can get the pack for this? I tried to look at Glendon Place, and every time I go on their site, it says their site is down, and it looks like they might sell a pack for it. But some of the other places that sell a pack, I just wasn't familiar with their shops and if they're reputable or not, and I don't want to spend 35, 40 bucks on a floss pack and then never get it. So anyway, if anybody knows, please comment down below, because I would love to find the threads for that. They have a DMC conversion, but some of it is tweeting two different colors together, and I hate that with a passion. So, I will see if I can find that. My next one is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. And this is what that looks like. And I have a piece of Heroic for this. Yeah, I don't know. I have a half yard and a quarter yard, so I don't know why I have both of those in there. But anyway, and I have the threads for that one, so that one is ready to go. I'm going to have to pull that other fabric out of there and use it for something else. Next, I have... This is one my brother got me. I wanted this one year for my birthday. It's called Nevermore by Lila's Studio, or Lila's Studio. I think it's Lila's. I think that's what I've heard. Nevermore. Beautiful. I love it. I have the threads, and I have a few different colors that I'm trying to decide between for these. I kind of got a more turquoisey color, sort of a gray, and then I've got blue and gray. So I'm trying to decide between those. But I do have all the threads pulled for that, so when I make my decision, I can be off with it. Next is Hummingbird by, Butterfly Cloche by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is a physical pattern that I have. I really love this. I do not have fabric pulled yet. I do not have a bag yet. Next is Hummingbird by Owl Forest Embroidery. This came as a kit. I saw Sammy from Sammy J Stitches doing this. My family, my mom's side of the family, and my husband's side of the family love hummingbirds, and I thought this was so appropriate. It's got the threads, the fabric, everything's already in there. So as soon as I'm ready, I can take off with that. So that'd probably be one of the first ones I start. Next is March Wordplay. This is the bag my aunt made me. I love it so much. March Wordplay is by Brenda Gervais. And it is... Oh, maybe I can start that one for March. Or maybe I'll just do it in February because it's next anyway. I do have all the threads for this already. And I have picked out a lightly salted, not roasted Ada for this one. And I have a few of the word plays. I love this. My aunt did such a good job on this. I have a few of the word plays chosen, so I may throw some of those into this list later. I don't think they'll take me very long to really do. So, okay, after that, I have Long Dog Samplers Crossword. Up here in this mess, I'm trying to find fabric that I want to use in colors. I want to do it in silks. And I want to do all the background in one variegated color. And then for the blocks and the words, I want to do kind of a more solid color that matches. That's my plan anyway. So I've been sending pictures to Brandy and going, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, what do you think about this? Ooh, I don't know if I have enough thread for this. And on the back, it just tells you that if you're using a certain type of fabric, you will need like 104.3 meters if 16 or 32 count, if 18 or 36, you would need 46.6 on one strand, but I don't use one strand on 18, and I don't stitch on 36 because my eyes are bad. So that's a lot of mathing that I got to do. And as you can tell from my last video, thinking I could only had to start 2.5 a month, my math isn't the best sometimes. So I really have to think about that. Because I think one of the colors that I had, I wasn't sure if I had enough of that color. So I do have several silks for you. And I have like the 50-yard skeins of it. So that should be, or no, maybe they're like 200-yard skeins. There's like a lot of it. I have enough of that. But the block color that I wanted to do, I don't know that I have enough of that. So I've got to figure that out. And then I have Santa's House by Cottage Garden Samplings. I love this house series that they're doing. It is so, so cool. I did buy the Vicky Clayton's conversion silks for this. And I'm going to put it on a very pale, sort of a turquoisey color. And I think that's going to look really good. I didn't want to do the gray. I want my snowflakes to kind of pop off of this, and I think that's going to look really, really good. So I'm super excited to get that one going. So this one is ready to go when I want to. Okay. That's a lot of what I have as far as physical copies. Now I'm going to show you pictures of things on my iPad. So one of them is a vanity sampler by Hello from Liz Matthews. So this is a picture of what it looks like. And I'm actually doing Cam the Stitcher's conversion. She did, I think she's calling it like the pink goth conversion or something like that. She's doing it in pinks and grays. And I messaged her on Instagram and I got the conversion. So that's the one that I'm going to do. So I still need to pull all that. But that's on my list. My next one... This is going to take just a minute to find these things. My next one's by Satirical Stitching. And it's a supernatural pattern that has the exorcism words in light gray in the back. And then their emblem. And then the adios, bitch. So I'm really excited to do that one too. The next two are the castle and the greenhouse. And those are... the second and third ones in the house series from Cottage Garden Samplings. I usually only get the ones that I like from there. I don't typically buy them all, but so far I have loved every single one they've put out. So I'm going to pick up the castle and the greenhouse and do both of those are on my list as well. And then, let's see, we're down to 18. I have another one from Hello from Liz Matthews. Here it is. It's called Flowers Always. I love the flowers. So I thought that would be really pretty to maybe even hang in my greenhouse. We actually started building that today, so I'm super excited. And then next is Cross-Eyed Stitches. Dance like no one is watching, chart like it may someday be read aloud in a deposition. I think this is hilarious. And being in healthcare, it just makes sense. I thought there was a picture of it not charted. There kind of is, but it sort of looks charted. This is by Leela & Co. West Coast Design. This was on Etsy. It's a design that says I can do all, I'm going to just flash it really fast. I can do all things through evidence-based practice, which strengthens me. And on the bottom it says peer review 24/7. I was actually thinking about making this as a gift for a coworker of mine. Because maybe I'll still be there in a few months, but maybe I won't. I have been interviewing, so we'll see what happens. So if I'm going, I really want to get this done and give that to her. She's been my collaborative physician since May of 2019, and she's been amazing, like the best physician that I have ever worked with, and I love her so much. So anyway, that's that one. And then my next one is by Dolly Mop Dandies. And it's If You're Happy and You Know It, It's Your Meds. I have such a sarcastic, snarky sense of humor. And believe me, I'm on meds too, so it's not like I'm saying anything bad about people that have to be on meds, because I get it. Okay. And then I have a Snarky Crafter. I can't get this all in one. It's a Princess Bride Life is Pain quote. And this was from Etsy. And then I have another one from Etsy. This is the Little Stitcher, and it's Labyrinth, the Masked Ball. So that's another one on my list. Okay, and then my next one is gonna be Sleepy Hollow by Hello from Liz Matthews. I'm starting a lot of Hello from Liz Matthews. I'm really hoping that Vicki Clayton has a bunch of these conversions, because I would love to do them in her silks. Okay. My next one is from Rocking Horse Cross Stitch on Etsy, and it's called J.R.R. Tolkien quotes, so it's all Lord of the Rings things. And then I have from, who made this? Kaniki's Prims and Whims? It says Nicole Franklin, designer and owner. Wing of Bat. It's an apothecary label. So I have several of these, but this is the only one that I have on my list to do. The next several are Primitive Hair, and they are the series. This one's called Awakening. And it's like the Celtic holidays, so this is like in bulk for spring, I believe. And I might be totally butchering these names. Beltane is the Queen and King of May. I can't show this pattern. Maybe I can. I'll blow it up here. I just don't want you to see the actual pattern. But there's the King and Queen of May. And then there's Lammas. Or maybe that one's spring, actually. Lammas and Mabon. Again, totally probably butchering them. They're little bitty ones. But I really want to get this series done. And then Litha Summer. I really like this one with the sunflower and the bee on it. I have not picked out any of these threads or fabrics yet. These might have been freebies on Primitive Hair's page. This is Ostara, which is like Easter. And then Samhain is this one. And then the last one is Yule, so winter. It's like a deer on it. Clouds Factory, I cross stitch so I don't kill people. I'm going to start that one. And then my last one is a Linens and Mystery thread one. I think it's the 2020. Let me look. Yes. It was the Friends and Family one. So this is what that looks like when it's finished. That's 36 people. 36. So I have blanks all the way through here and my 50th one at the top. So that is my plan. I am not super fantastic at sticking with plans. I tend to slack off at the end of the year I don't know why, because you'd think being winter you want to stitch more. But I really do feel like this daily 30 is helping me, and I'm excited to keep going with it. So I may pick something that I want to have as a goal to like get finished quickly as my daily 30. And I do have some finishes on my WIPGO board this year. So one is the Midnight Enchanter, which is the big wizard piece, which is almost done. Another one is Lady of the Flag. I would like to have that one done. I have like her left arm holding the torch, and then the flag that drapes over her, and then the Krynic and stuff to do on that, and beads. So yeah, there's a lot more that I could really work on using as a focus piece for that month. And the fact that I have to remain accountable to Brandy helps me, because otherwise I could be like, forget it, I'm tired, I had a bad day, blah, blah, blah. But really, when I'm tired and I've had a bad day, I look forward to coming down to my craft room, flipping on my TV, watching some Flosstube or some gardening channels, and just forgetting about the stressors, forgetting about all of that. And it helps my mental health, I feel like, so much, just to decompress and reset for the next week. It has been good for me to do that. So I really look forward to it every day. Now, I have not done my daily 30 today, so I will be picking back up my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow and working on that. And then I also have to somehow get a Valentine's Day box finished. That's what all my fur is over here and over here. I have like at work, we're doing a Well Child fun day for Valentine's Day. And we're going to make the boxes like we used to make in school, you know, like with the bags to put Valentine's in. And then we've bought Valentines to put in each other's boxes at work. It's just something to kind of make it fun. I have like a little rainbow color for the mane, and I've got little sparkly eyelashes to put on my unicorn. So I've got to figure out how to get that all together, but I'm going to work on that too this weekend. And yeah, I think that's it. Plus, we have been working on my greenhouse. My husband all week long has been working on building the panels. So he built the front panel. He hasn't worked on the front door, but the front panel, the side panels. My husband just came in. So he has worked on the front panels and the side panels, and then the end piece. And I bought 2 greenhouses from Costco, and we're trying to smush them together. And so the end panel, we're not putting the middle piece in, so I can walk through it into the beginning panel of the second one. So we're just going to put them end to end. So I think they're normally like 6.5 feet by 7.5 feet or something like that. So mine will be, I guess, 6.5 feet by 15 or something, I think, something like that. So anyway, he worked on building all the panels. So today, and he had buried the 2x4s that he is going to bolt it down to. We had a concrete or a gravel pad laid last fall. And so today it was like 60 degrees outside. So we got out there and we started erecting all the panels on the side. And then he had to build the roof, and I was taping the windows and stuff. And so we got one whole side done. And then he had all the panels for the second greenhouse. So we got the 4 panels hooked together. And tomorrow we're going to start fresh, and I've got to tape the windows. He's got to build the roof again. And we'll get the second sides and roof put on. Let me put 2 pictures here of what it looked like when we were done today. So tomorrow we'll finish the side windows on that second part of it, the roof on the second part. He's got to do the door on the front, and then there's shelves that go around the inside of it too. So I'm really excited. I'd love to have electricity run to it and put maybe some of those hanging lights for outside in there. and that way I can also heat it if I need to. And I would also love to have a frost-free hose spigot in there. I don't know if that'll ever actually get done, but that's just like my hopes and dreams about if I want to add to that space. And then in this back corner over here, you can kind of see the sort of lights coming from this way, shining on me. I have my grow lights. I have two big bookshelves, and I have a potting table in here too. So all that stuff then can go out there, and I have more room for crafts. So anyway, yeah, so I'm really excited about all that. So I will go ahead and get this edited and try to get this up for you. And the next time I see you will be, let's see, it's the 9th, so 2 weeks from today. So I will probably have made a new start by then for my 50 before 50. So if anyone wants to join me, I'll just use the words 50 before 50. Stitching. I'm going to do that. 50 before 50 stitching. So I will do that, and I hope to see y'all on there. And Sharon doing it, we can cheer each other along, we can keep each other moving, we can keep each other accountable. I need that big time. So I hope that you guys found something you liked in this video, and maybe you'll stitch along with me and we can have fun together. And otherwise, I will see you in a couple weeks in the next one. Bye.